we're here in Billy's apartment ready to deliver the news to her. This is probably going to be a short one today. I've got some things to do, but next week I'm going to be on vacation, so I might actually end up doing some longer episodes or just more episodes, more than likely. But anyway, so we're not wasting time.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
I mean, should we stop and have a little bit of coffee? Do you have something stronger?
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here.
Are they foggy because, we came inside and, there's a noticeable difference in, humidity? Or is he just so flustered that he's fogged up his own glasses?
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm all right.
Is this about Victor, my husband?
Oh, God.
Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
Oh, it's worse than you could expect.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
So how have you been? Oh, that's not we definitely should not say that. It's even worded awkwardly, so. How have you been? Rhetoric, maybe if you think... Man, look at 83%. Oh, +4 because of Kim. We've got Kim's support. We've got all of the information. Oh, we have Kim's handkerchief. Did we have that? I guess I can't check my items right now. He must have given that to me at one point, right? Okay, this, maybe we could do, you live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
And where is everybody? I don't see anyone home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
She swallows visibly.
God, he still hasn't come home. Harry, you know he hasn't.
No.
She stops.
Why? Do you have any news?
I guess we can pin it down 100%, but I mean, we know who she is. She's Billy. And he had the card and everything. All right, to your knowledge, did he make it to the library?
No. I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home.
She looks at the front door.
It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
This man would just disappear on benders for days at a time. What was the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayro Street. I don't know the official name.
That's the one.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayro.
It is.
What was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
Do something? Break something? It's a fool's hope.
She probably knows that she thinks that he's in the hospital or he's badly hurt. Oh, can she even imagine that he's dead? She probably sees him go out and do all these things all the time and gets so drunk and probably hurt plenty of times that she just thinks that there's no way he would die. He would just continue to it's like he's invincible in a way, but he was really putting himself in more danger. Was it The Glinting Curve by M. Tybalt?
Yes.
She becomes unsettled as she says that, her forehead scrunching up into a worried expression. Remind me again, what was he wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Oh, did it have the blue lining? Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so
What about the inner lining?
yes. The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
God, there's something I've got to tell you.
She folds her hands across her chest. Here it comes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not going to say the first one. That just feels like it would make everything worse. 83%. All right. Tell her about the body.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
God, do I just say he's dead like that? Keep your focus. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejan, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
My God.
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband, Victor Mejan, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh,
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here. Alive.
My God. Oh.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. Still early to say, but at first glance it seems like he slipped and hit his head. Or it was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. I mean, it's pretty sure what happened. He was kind of drunk. The boardwalk is crusty and old. He stepped on a board that fell through and he fell down and bap. It was an accident.
Was he drunk?
Very likely. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
Oh, it's hard to say at this point, or it couldn't have been long. I don't want to outright lie to her, so I don't want to say it couldn't have been long. It's hard to say. We'll find out.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Oh, Kim's handkerchief.
The handkerchief.
Don't give it, it's too special. No, she needs it. I mean, I would definitely want to hold on to it, but she definitely needs it. This poor woman. Here, take this.
Yes, thank you.
She smiles a small, terrified smile, then wipes away her tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
It burns like acid. Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Maybe so. This is a pretty big thing.
No. A day.
I'll give them a day without having to deal with it. At least one more day. And I'll write a day for her to just kind of get herself, collected. Now, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, but with a wretched expression.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We cannot tell her that he's still out on the boardwalk.
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
Oh, right, because we did call Alice, and so Alice sent someone out. Okay, right. I was still thinking of, like, the hanging victim and, you know, the body in the fridge. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath. Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her and leave the room. Yeah, I should have looked around the room first. I don't know if we'll get to go back in there.
You did well.
It's always nice when Kim recognizes you for doing something. The lieutenant says, as soon as you've left the apartment, the balcony feels cool and quiet with a stunning view over the district. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Oh, right. This is closed then.
Let's go.
And a skill point. Did I have something that I wanted to put that in? Also, how's my thoughts stuff going? 15% on Wasteland of Reality. Oh yeah, that was the 20-hour one, right? I don't know if I want to grab any of these other ones just yet. Or I'll probably hold it in case something comes up that I want to put points into. Wearing right now, I've got on, oh right, the empathy glasses. You can put back on the nerd glasses. And the greaves. Well, did we look at anything else out here? We just kind of came straight out. I guess... Can I go up? Oh yeah, I did check those doors up there. I think that's all I can do in this area. That's the exit. Alright, the bathroom is over there. This is the communist door. Can I knock on it?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Minus 10 tool nut in hand. There's still a 3% that you could just pull it apart with your bare hands, though. If we knock first.
No reply.
Alright. Tools. There are the chain cutters. Do we have a reason to go in here? You know what? I'm gonna look just a little bit more before I do that. Oh, money.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Do we even have reason to come through here? Are we just harassing people?
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes.
It's not that same woman who told us to not come in.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Oh, I think that was the wrong line he just read. This time, the steps come closer, Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police. Open up. We have reason to go in there. What are we even looking for?
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
I know. What's that, a postcard? Boogie Street 46. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market on Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows into the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Number 9 is locked. That's the woman right there. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Lady!
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Okay, so we can ask her about all these different things. I mean, we know who she is, the cleaning lady, but we maybe could get a name. Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Oh God, no wonder she's like this. The coughing and everything. And she spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom. That's not really cleaning. That's not... Alright.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And she is a joy.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Do you know anything about a secret meeting that's happening tonight?
What? No. Nobody tells me anything.
Oh, I bet you know. You're probably in charge of it.
Would she understand if they did?
How about any unusual activity taking place after hours? Say after 2200?
If it ain't my business, I'll keep my nose out of it. Oh,
She shakes her head and mutters to herself.
I think we'd all be better off if people kept their noses to themselves.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She'll probably give him away just because she's tired of sweeping up his cigarette butts. She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder, going away for life. No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
God. The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes a broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
A few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
we found the least nosy old woman.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Hopefully died somewhere else, right? We don't need to find more bodies. Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats.
My God.
You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Well, she may not be super nosy, but she is very much that kind of like stereotypical old lady who complains about the young people. Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college.
Astrology?
Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Do you mean to say astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Are you sure you don't mean astronomy? I want to say that, but also communism. You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism.
The symbol of what now?
Communism, like world revolution. The ones who support the working class against capital, an ideology, noble aims, used to justify terrible bloodshed. For loons with no idea how the economy works, it's a symbol for contributing to the demise of our noble state in the name of some made-up world of equality. Communism, it's a political ideology. The ones who support the working class against capital.
Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital.
Oh my god. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, whatever. What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
She leans on her broom.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Well, that's all, thank you.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
God, you might want to get a room that's not right next to the coal room. What's that? The graffiti says a firing squad for the rich. This place is full of commies. Why is... There's something back there. Oh, because I can go around, I see. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Does this go out? Okay, now can we actually just go right back in, since we've gone in? Yeah.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
The tenement as a defensive wall, that's kind of sad. Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
So it's 3 stories. People are still living in the standing 3 stories, but 9 to 12 used to be here. Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, They were anchored into the ocean floor as well.
Wow.
Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Oh, so it's not just ships that were abandoned and are sitting out there. These are ships that are still out there watching to make sure that Revachol doesn't do anything.
Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements, as it often does.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Time to go. Hey, a bottle. We get a nice zoom out. Oh, okay. We still have the vignette. I thought we could actually see a bit more, but it makes sense they wouldn't give us too much sight. God, Cindy is over there. Cindy, I'm going to take your bottle. What is that cage up top? Talk to Cindy in a minute. The door is locked. You can't get in. The chain's new. Someone lives back there. Can we see much more behind there? No. Right. I'm going to stop for now. Like I said, today's a short episode, but next time we'll talk to Cindy the Skull. We'll also check the room back here, go down and check in with the strange woman who's living in apartment 10, and see about finding out anything about that possible communist. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Good night.